All right, Colorado fans and Prime fans, y'all made me do it. I didn't want to do it. I've been watching your content and trying to enjoy it, but y'all out here tripping. So I had to start my own channel because you guys refuse to act right. You want to worry about little things when you missing the big picture. So I'm here to cover it for you. The story been awesome. Since Prime decided to go to Colorado, I'm here for the story. I've been watching the whole time because the story is awesome. I'm not gonna sit here and rise and fall with the wins and the losses because the story continues, but the biggest story, you're missing it. You're not even talking about it, and that's Brendan Marion. You got something there. Brendan Marion has his own offense that he created, and you don't get to see that often. So look at the history of offenses throughout college football, whether it's a spread that Gus Malzahn and your Urban Meyers of the world and your Chip Kellys, all that stuff is still in play right now. Or air raid, you go back to Hal Mumme and even Buster Faulkner out of Valdosta State and stuff like that. Those different types of offense that started small and became big. And right now, if I had to put it in terms of a stock market, Brendan Marion's stock is growing. It's time to buy right now. But you're missing it because you're worrying about, oh, well, Colorado was bad last year, and who's going to be the quarterback, and is Juju going to start, or who's Isaac Wilson, and what is he going to do, and we were bad last year, so we have to be bad this year, and Coach Prime can't coach, and timeouts, and blah, 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 blah. That's not the story. Pay attention to the story. You are on the precipice of seeing something that you've never seen before. So think about it in these terms. Which one of those coaches on that offensive staff is going to be the coach that says, hey, I came from the Brendan Marion tree or the go-go offense? I was there when he started the go-go offense. And Colorado is going to be synonymous with that because this is the start of that. Everything that you're seeing that you're complaining about and talking about and having all these different stories about. I mean, I enjoy your content. I mean, it's pretty funny. And a lot of you have a lot of good takes and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing. I enjoy it because I know how hard it is to create content. I've been trying it. It's the first time I'm doing it. But I think you need to focus in on listening to some of the content based on what the parties involved are saying. For instance, Dukes the Scoop is doing a great job with interviews and really getting some insight into that program. I really enjoy his interviews because they're really telling you what they're about to do, and they're doing it when you go and verify it by looking at Well Off Media or the pregame show, the pregame network, and then you start looking at stuff Darius is putting out. You can verify exactly what they're talking about in those interviews. Yeah, like for it, you're sitting everybody. I've seen all the stories. Oh, why did they this Carter dude? Who's the defensive line coach? We need a defensive line coach, and you're missing that Kenny Ingram is right there as an analyst who has the experience. It's not even worth talking about. It's the fact that they have a plan that they're orchestrating, but the biggest part of that plan is Brendan Marion. I'm gonna do something with you. I'm gonna go back and watch and show you some of the things that Brendan Marion talked about on Dukes to Scoop with his interview with him. And then I want you to go back and start looking, or even this next week when they come out of spring break. And now when you watch Well Off videos, watch for those things that he was talking about and see if you can see them and see if he's executing the plan and see if you can see the difference. Because I guarantee you, if you look at it through that lens and not think about what they did in the past and not think about how many wins they're going to have and all that stuff, because nobody knows this prediction game. You're not any more informed than anybody else. So all of you so-called experts, yeah, you know more football than me and all that. I get it. I don't know a lot of football or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm just, like I say, I'm just here for the entertainment because it's all entertainment at the end of the day. But you're all predicting stuff. You prognosticate. You don't know what's going to happen next, whether it's 4.5 wins or 6 wins. You don't know, or 10 wins for that matter. Nobody knows that. That's only going to happen in the future through preparation because you don't know what these other teams are doing. You're critical of your team, but you're not watching the other teams. But one thing I can say for sure is this story is great. So let me take you to this Duke the Scoop, and I'll link it in the description. But it goes about a month ago, and if you see it, Brendan Marion interview inside and talking about inside the offense of the go-go scheme, which is fascinating to me. So we're gonna watch some of this together, and I'll break it down. I won't show the whole thing, but you can see the whole thing if you go on Duke's Scoop page. All right, so I'm gonna start you out right here when he's talking about that influence that Gus Malzahn and Mike Leach had on him, and how the go-go offense kind of came about.
It is. In Coach Malzahn's offense, we saw how much he ran the ball, but we would always look at those crazy passing totals, right? And you were at the recipient of some of those passing yards, clearly as an NCAA record holder. Well, how much influence did Gus Malzahn in that year have into what you built out as the go-go offense?
I think, obviously with Coach just retiring, right? Like a lot of people don't try to give coaches flowers, right? But he's a bad man. That dude, he like that. He's one of those guys, right? He really changed football. He's like Mike Leach. He's like, Bill Wolf, when you talk about guys that had a heavy impact and influence on football, right? And so being around him, I think the biggest thing that it gave me was like the confidence to call your own plays, to have your own system, to be innovative, to think like, okay, I did something at this level, I can still do it at this level. Because what people don't, right, and the NFL has figured this out, right? Like it's still 11 guys, one football, 100-yard field, 2 field goal posts. It's a simple game. It's a childhood game. Right. The NFL for a long time, I didn't like the NFL because it wasn't creative, right? Like there was first down run, second down run, third down pass, fourth down punt. Like it was very
mundane.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Very methodical, right? You knew exactly what would happen. Yep. Now you see the NFL being more creative than college. Like the NFL is more innovative and creative than college. Like college coaches have really fell off because a lot of college coaches are chasing the bag instead of chasing the impact that they can make. They don't feel like they can be different or unique. They feel like they have to, they don't want to look bad if they try something or do something. And a guy like Gus, a guy like Mike Leach, those guys had the confidence to come into college football and say, you know what, I'm trying this and I'm going to make it work. Like Gus told us on the first day, like, we're going to be the top offense in college football. I remember Gus called me when he was recruiting Cam Newton and said, if I get Cam Newton, I guarantee we'll win the national championship. Right? And he did.
He did.
And with the unorthodox system, like that wasn't like everybody's system, right? Not everybody was running that. Not everybody was doing that. He was bringing the high school Friday game to college, right? And so I remember when I went to the Dolphins, when I signed with the Dolphins, Coach Henning, the offense coordinator at the time, he was asking me like, man, talk me through some of Gus's plays, like because the Dolphins were trying to run the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. Yep. And he was asking me like, talk me through some of these plays that y'all ran. And I was able to, communicate with him and let him know like why we ran certain plays.
Oh, so you can see there now. Did you hear that? Did you pick up on what he was saying? One of the key things I wanted to point out in there is that creativity. Wasn't that the complaint that we had with the offense in previous years? No creativity to it. Just those little spacing. You pretty much running the same plays over and over. Oh, how many times you done yelled at the screen, yelled at the TV because the bubble screen was coming? How many times? There's no preparation. The other team didn't even have to prepare. They already knew what was coming. It was easy to prepare for. But look at his creativity that he's speaking of. How can you not get excited about that and think that things are going to change and not see that, oh, yeah, we're just going to win 3 games because it's just like it was? You can't listen to that and say, oh, it's just going to be just like it was. There's no way. So let's get into a little bit more of this because he has some interesting takes on, the go-go just growing, just like those other offenses did. So this is just the beginning of it because it's gonna spread out. So let me let you think about something real quick. If you had to think about who's on staff, especially on the offensive staff, maybe even a grad assistant or somebody like that, if you really want to dig deep into it, who's gonna be the next guy? Who's gonna become an offense coordinator later on or a head coach, and we're gonna be like, oh, I remember when. I'll just leave that with you. My thoughts are Coach Shad. I got my money on him. But hey, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, this is my first time out, so as many of you I can get on board, I'll keep doing it if you guys like it. So help me out here. All right, so let me go forward.
And then seeing how it worked and everybody taking off with it. Speaking of everybody taking off, I'm watching. I just want to know what your mindset. I'm watching college football playoffs. I'm watching a particular team, and I said, "That's a go-go play." Then I see another team, and I said, "I'm watching NFL playoffs," and I said, "That's a go-go play." What goes through your mind when you see some of your plays that some of your formations especially, that they're unique to your offense that people are using on a large stage?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's two mindsets that I have in all of that, right? Like the first mindset is I always say like be a Marine, like you don't have to tell everybody who you kill, right? Marines don't come home
Right.
and say, hey, I killed all these people. Like they don't do that, right? They just go do the mission and come back, right? And so people always say like, man, you should be at this level, you should be coaching, you should be right if you were this, right? But I see my work out there, so I know that I have an impact, right? And so I have great confidence in knowing the fact that something that I took from a high school program has made it all the way to the National Football League and the top programs in college football, right? To the forefront of football. The other mindset is like, unless you truly know ball, like if you're a real ball guy, you would look at our offense and go like, damn, they do everything, right? Like, right? Like when I talk to guys who really been in this game a long time, I get a lot more respect from guys who've been in this game a long time, right? There's a, for the 100 coaches that respect me and want to see me win, there's 100 coaches that, man, he think he better than us because he's like,
it's a gimmick.
Yeah, all that, right? But like, if you really know ball, you understand the fact that the triple option has stood the test of time in football. You understand that the West Coast passing game is foolproof. You understand that when you add option routes to everything, right, and you open it up, like the defense can never be right, and you can tell that if you can go at a smaller scale, right, if you can take a Howard and beat a FBS team and put up big numbers, if you can take a UNLV and make them top 25 ranked in the country and beat bigger teams, right? You know that if you get a better caliber of player at a bigger program, that the system will continue to run itself, right? And the system will continue to develop and work. And so from that mindset, like the people that support me, nothing but love for you. The people that don't, you got to still watch the show, right? You still got to watch. You still gonna watch it.
Colorado, are you a bigger program than Howard? Are you bigger than UNLV? Do you have better talent? I'm sure you do. So you imagine he's never had this level of talent working with the go-go. That's what the story is. That's what's going to make this take off. On top of it, you got Coach Prime aura and Coach Prime himself. You don't get College Game Day and the whatever the Fox show is coming to Boulder if it wasn't for Coach Prime. But now you have a draw that goes with that. An offense that's exciting, that's going to be exciting and innovative. That story is bound to blow up, and I'm counting on it to do that. So I'm looking forward to it. But let's talk about what makes it also great for Colorado and how the current players are gonna benefit because there's some like I was talking about great players, but there's a lot of players on this team that you probably think, "No, they alright. They might be okay." But listen to the way he kinda explains how he gets those players involved, and you're gonna understand why it's gonna be exciting for not only the players that's there, but the players that's coming up, along the way in a few years.
Find something in the offense, you mess them up. Like you counterpunch from 4 different angles. What is it about your offense that gives you that duality or that multiplicity to be able to attack the same deficiency from multiple angles?
Yeah, I think the two things that separate us, that make us different, that give us the chance to be. I always say, like, I want to have an offense that gets us to a championship game or gets us to a winning caliber, right? Like we're not out there just calling cool plays and just trying to, do whatever. Like we're actually trying to put our team in a position to win, right? And so for us, what makes us unique is, one, my gift in life is bringing people together. Like I think that's God just designed me that way.
Mm-hmm.
If you asked anybody, like whether I was coaching D2, high school, Colorado, wherever, they're like, Coach Marion gonna have the same energy, the same juice. He gonna bring everybody together. Like he's on that, like
Right.
every day. Like, Coach, you like that every day? Like, yeah, I'm like that every day. Like
Right.
I think that's the unique thing about our offense, where it's not one guy doesn't dominate the ball. Multiple guys get a chance to operate, touch the ball, make plays, and have an impact on the game. And then, the other thing is how we practice, right? So
I want to highlight this because you really need to pay attention to how we practice. This is what you should be able to see in the videos. This stuff is verifiable. He's just not talking. It's actually taking place. You can see it.
the way that we practice, I always tell people, like, we have a Friday night offense, we have a Saturday at noon kickoff offense, and we have a Sunday NFL drop back. We can play that game with you as well and dominate you on third downs, right? And so the way we practice and how we segment practice is how we're able to, you know, be so multiple and morph into different things and use all of our people, right? We don't hoard our talent, we use our talent. Right. Like we're going to use all of our personnel groupings. We're going to put multiple people on the field. We're going to present the same looks with same people, and then bring extra linemen in, or put a receiver in the backfield. I love what the Seahawks did this year. I've been doing that for years, of putting receivers in the backfield, because I'm like, okay, if you're a man-to-man defense, you're not going to tell the corner to go cover the receiver in the backfield. You're going to let the linebacker cover them, and now we going to run a rail route down the field for a touchdown. We was doing that.
Coach, I watched that play a couple weeks ago, and Jigba in the backfield goes out, runs that. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's nothing he could do. Like I saw, man, when I saw that, I thought about you immediately. My bad, I got excited.
We had Jordan Edison catch that rail route down the right in the championship game, the ACC championship game. Jordan Edison's running a rail route out of the backfield as lining up as a running back, right? Like,
right.
We've been doing that for forever. We call it musical chairs, basketball on grass. Just know the concept. You can play anywhere, right? Like,
wow.
You could.
Have you heard that before? I'm sure you've heard him say that before. Can you see Q for 6 in the backfield? I think we're on to something. How about what's my speedster name? Ernest. How about him in the backfield? How would that look with a linebacker on it? Just saying.
See players line up anywhere.
Right. Let me ask you this. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead. You go ahead. You finish.
No, that's kind of the philosophy on just trying to utilize your people and move them around.
Okay, before he gets to this next point, here's what I want you guys. Don't worry about the quarterback being mobile in this go-go offense. I know there was some concern with that effort. Well, Juju can't run, and K-Salt would have been better in this offense because quarterback has to be able to run the option and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Listen to this part.
Speaking of utilizing your people, I want to make sure I touched on this. There were a lot of people that felt like Julian Lewis wouldn't be a fit for your offense based on how much you run the ball. What do you say to people or the naysayers that have no idea what your plan is? And I don't want you to share your plan, but just talk to us about how excited you are to coach a Julian Lewis and how successful you think he can be in this offense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's why I say like people just don't watch film, right? Like
Right.
people just say anything. We had an offense where I always tell people like if you really watch football back in the day, how many quarterbacks ran the option, right? Like every quarterback had to run the option back in the day, like regardless of your speed level. Like everybody was doing the same thing at quarterback. Like everybody had the same type of progression, right?
Right.
And like for us, the quarterback doesn't have to run at all. Like it's not even if you watch the UNLV film from 2023, the quarterback who starts at USC, okay, he had the same stats as a freshman at UNLV that he had this year at USC. So I'm obviously, if they say that's the best quarterback developer at USC, right? The quarterback that we had it's the same quarterback, 2023, who led us to the conference championship game as a freshman. Right. He's now the starting quarterback at USC. And he had the same numbers this year that he did as a freshman at UNLV.
That's an important point. I just wanted to jump in here because there's a lot of that going on out because of Ryan Staub, what he said with Tennessee, and the fact that he's been developed more at Tennessee than he had been at Colorado. That's not the case now. Those quarterbacks are getting developed. Again, watch the tape. You'll see it. You'll see him with Juju and Isaac telling them, hey, your feet, you did this or you did that. That quarterback development is happening right in front of your eyes. So it's night and day. So no quarterback is going to come out under Brennan Marion and say, well, I wasn't developed.
Yep. That's crazy.
So I don't have to, like I said, be a Marine, right? Like I don't have to, I don't have to go like this. I'm just telling you the facts are the facts. Like that, you can say whatever you want, but the numbers are the numbers. Like that, that's what happened.
So I'm going to fast forward a little bit again. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also go check out this whole entire, you can check out this whole entire interview on Deuce Scoop page. But I'm going to jump forward a little bit because I think there's some important stuff that he's going to talk about because right now, a lot of people are going back and forth pretty much picking their quarterback. Whether it be Isaac or Juju, or Juju's supposed to start and Isaac just coming in to back him up and sweet wine and what is he going to do? And he's going to transfer and all of those different conversations that's going on. So listen to what he tells you and you'll understand his philosophy, which was developed under Coach Sark from Texas when he had Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning. So if you think about it in those terms and you listening to him, it's going to provide a lot of clarity for what's going on now and where it can possibly go in the future. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
How did that even happen?
Yeah, we literally coach every single player like you have to. It's the old philosophy that you have growing up, like there's two elements that we have growing up, right? One, love your team, and one, be the star of your team. And if you coach everybody like love the team, be a star of the team, doesn't matter if you're the 1, the 2, the 3, or the walk-on. We're coaching everybody with that mentality. Like, bro, when you go in the game, you better be a superstar in your role. Like, you better be that guy. And so for us, what we did, because really what happened to us is, and I really learned this from Sark, okay? So working at Texas, right? Like, obviously your gift will make room for you and it'll put you in front of great men. You'll stand beside great men. So if you think that, right, people ask me about Coach Prime. Obviously, my gift got me into a conversation with Coach Prime, and then boom, it got me here with the job. But one of the greatest athletes to ever do it, right?
Right.
Coach Sark is one of the greatest quarterback developers to ever do it, right? Like from his time at US, like everywhere he's been, right? And what I noticed with Coach Sark was he recruited superstars at quarterback. Like it wasn't no like, okay, we have one good quarterback and we'll get a guy to develop under him. It's like, nah, bro, like we get the same way that you recruit the running backs, receivers, O-line, DNs, he recruited the quarterback room the same way. So to me, going into what happened to us in 23 in UNLV, we had a quarterback who went to the Manning camp, and then we had a freshman who was really solid, right? Obviously starting at USC now. The quarterback who went to the Manning camp, Doug Brumfield, he got hurt. Third game of the season. Jaden comes in, the freshman in 23, and he takes us on a run, becomes freshman player of the year in the Mountain West, right? Takes us to the championship game. And obviously he's the hottest quarterback in the portal and goes to USC.
Right.
So going into the next year, I'm like, Coach, I'm telling Coach Odom, right? He's the head coach. I'm like, Coach, respectfully, I need to make sure that we get two of the best portal quarterbacks that are out there. We got to get the best two guys, right? And
very important point there. He's willing to go to the head coach and say, hey, this is what I need, and this is what we can do. And I think a lot of that is going on right now with Colorado in this crop that came in. So he had big time input on that.
To me, those were the best two guys, right, that we could get based off of our financial structure, like based off what we had. Those are the best two guys that we could get. And so every day, the competition of like, damn, I can't miss a throw, right? Like, and that's what I saw with Sark, like that competition of like, I never seen quarterbacks competing like that, because you got to think like everywhere that I had seen football, it's that real guy quarterback, and then you got little Johnny or, you know, a freshman trying to, I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna be like him one day. It was never two guys really going neck and neck. Like, you better not miss a throw. You better not be late to him. Like, I'm on you. Like, you got to be right there. And so that competitiveness that those two had every day in practice, like, all right, you're with the twos today. Let's see how good you really are. You're with the ones today. I would just switch them like that every day. So when we lost our one guy, right, when he said, Coach, I love you, you know, I got to move on. It's just business. I said, love you too, Doug. And next guy, here we go. And, you know, and my man from the south side of Atlanta held it down. My man Hodge held it down.
Yeah.
And, you know, went on, we won 11 games, right? And finished ranked top 25 in the country, right? Beat Cal in the bowl game. And that was a testament to him competing every day, going back and forth, grinding, right? And having a quarterback room where you have real guys in there, not just, you know, right? We just look at one guy and hope that one guy doesn't get hurt because we scared to death to put the next guy in. And Sark was really the first QB guy that I've been around who really had that thought process. Like, nah, bro, everybody's competing. Everybody's fighting for their spot.
Does that answer your question? Are you still worried about whoever loses the quarterback battle transferring? He's not worried about it. I done heard people, well, you know, we got to start Juju because if you don't, he's going to transfer. The OC is going, I got somebody ready. So how can you not have confidence that he knows what he's doing in that? So a couple of call-outs in here too, where he was talking about Sark and having that next guy ready, but the guy they were talking about from Southside Atlanta, Hodge Malik Williams, you can see him in well-off videos right now working with the quarterbacks, along with another quarterback coach. And I know they got another quarterback coach that's with the UFL right now, and he'll join for the fall camp. So the quarterbacks are getting developed there, all of them, and having them ready to go. So we shouldn't be worried about which one is going to start. We just know that that person is going to be the best out of the three, and they're going to be ready to go when they get there. So one of the biggest things for Marion too is if you're good, he's going to play you. So we're going to keep the good players, and we're going to not only keep the ones that we have. I don't think it's going to be as many transfers as, but others are going to look too and be like, hey, I can go there. It doesn't matter. I could play. So let me move forward a little bit and let him talk about that a little bit.
Now that you got your guys set, what do you want to see from all of these different pieces that you have?
Yeah, Coach Norvell used to always tell us, "Don't count your reps, make your reps count." And really, that's what it's about, right? Like,
that's a bar.
Everybody's gonna eat, right? Like, everybody's gonna get an opportunity. It's what you do with those opportunities. Like, if you maximize those opportunities, then you get more, and we'll feed you, right? Like,
right.
Really, when you look at it, like, we had 9 guys at UNLV with 50 touches. We had 9 guys with over 50 touches. That's crazy.
Bro, I remember Jet, another Southside kid, went crazy, right? Yeah, come on now. Shout out to Jet, little Jaden Jet Thomas. Love, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Man, first, hold up.
So there you have it about that and about how the players are going to get utilized. But I wanted to jump forward a little bit because there's another part that I definitely don't want you to miss, because I think it goes a lot to, answer the question of, okay, if he is what you say he's going to be, and he's going to be this innovator, he's going to leave after a year and become a head coach and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's what people are saying. And especially after you watch this, you're probably going to say that. Okay, you got a blind spot. He's going to be gone. He's only going to be there 1 year. Or some people say he's the heir apparent to Coach Prime and all of that stuff. I get it. Again, prediction. We don't know. But I just want you to listen to him so you can see about what he says about not only his relationship with Coach Prime, but where he wants to go in the future and when.
Like,
right.
But getting a call from him, I just felt like our spirits were led. Like, he's a vertical alignment guy, right? Where he's a Christ-centered guy, and for me, like, I still need development. Like, coaches, right? Coach is about to be 58, 57, 58. I'm 30. Like, I'm still in my development phase, and I always felt like until I'm 40, like, I'm not going to be in that perfect spot. Right. I'm in a development, keep stacking, keep being around these great people, learn the lessons. I take notes off everybody. If the janitor got something good that I can learn, I'll take it. Right. Like,
hello.
Right. So to me, like, getting a chance to work with Coach Prime, what I love about Coach Prime more than anything else is the dad that this dude is, like, the humility that he shows. Like, how can you, I don't know how you can hate on a man that will go all the way from Little League with his kids. And I don't know what community that most people are from that hate on Coach Prime, but in our community, to even have a dad who's present, and then we'll bring you up all the way from Little League, high school, take you to an HBCU so you can know what's going on, then take you to the highest level, then get you to the National Football League and take you all the way up through them stages. I mean, to me, that is worth more than gold and more than what he accomplished as a player, just the humility of that, because he don't got to do that, right? Like, I'm sure he could have just.
He ain't got to do it.
So you can see Brennan Marion, he answered a lot of the questions that, people have been wondering about or talking about, and a lot of controversy out there that doesn't have to be if you just listen to what he's saying. I mean, it's more where that comes from. Brendan Marion has a bunch of material on his history and his upbringing and all that stuff. I didn't want to get into that. I'm more concerned with, okay, where's this thing going to potentially go? And if you listen close enough, you can kind of see the blueprint being laid out. And then now I go watch the videos. I'm looking for all of those things that he was talking about in the video. So again, you can watch this in its entirety on Deuce the School page. But hey, if you like this content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please share with others, as many as you can, so we can all be on the same page. And really, again, I'm here for the story, and it's going to be a great story. Good night.